Good evening and welcome to the Build with Bear Workshop. My name is Pat Baer, and I'm here to build a model kit and hang out with all of you. I'm throwing the Bear Cave, the Lego, the Scythe, and the Tier 2 Blue emote. If you are currently a subscriber, you can reply with those emotes. If you are not yet a subscriber, you can just say hi or use other people's emotes or global emotes. Or if you want to be a lurker, you could just do that, and that would be cool too. Lashbrook is here. Hello, Lashbrook. Happy to have you here. Ghost Fav is here. Welcome, Ghost Fav. I am expecting this Thursday evening to be a chill stream because I put so much effort into getting some bodies and eyes on Tuesday's stream. Even if I'd already hit my goal and I didn't necessarily need to do the stream, we did the stream and it was good and a good time. And lots of wrestling was watched. It was my longest stream of the year at 3.5 hours. Lord Crashington says, hey, Pat. Hey to you, Lord Crashington. Happy to have you here. So I don't know what... Aristofan is here, too. Yay. Welcome, Aristofan. So I don't know what tonight's numbers are going to be like. Obviously, already we've got a great crowd. Sorry, I had to get adjusted there. We got a great crowd here. We're working on the Aile Strike. This model kit has been in my backlog since, the first week of June, which is too long for a backlog. Now, if you are a model kit builder your home or your work, you're watching the stream right now, you might be thinking to yourself, that's not that long in the backlog, Pat. What are you talking about? It's like 6 months. Come on. It's less than 6 months. What are you talking about? But understand that I build model kits for 6 hours a week. I go through a backlog. Now, I have a decent backlog right now. I always have kits in the back burner. And I have kits that I got in June and July and August, and basically every month I add in a couple kits. The only time I don't have a decent sized backlog is when I was moving. When I moved here in the summer of 2020, I basically flew with a couple model kits and I saved a Lego set for when I was in my Airbnb in between apartment and flying here. And when I got here, there were kits waiting for me to build. But that backlog was like 3 pieces, and so I have quite a decent amount. And also, I should say, I have 2 kits in the mail right now. I don't even know how many kits I have in my backlog. I have 2 in the mail, one from USA Gundam Store and one from Premium Bandai. And then also, within days from now, I will have a poll on Twitter because that's still the best place to do it, unfortunately. I'll have a poll on Twitter about what I should spend my large gift card that I'm getting for Amazon on what kit I should purchase that will be a big Amazon purchase of some kind of model kit. So I'm constantly adding things to the backlog. So it's actually surprising that I've had a kit since June because the kit that I've had the longest after that is from September. So, there's a difference there. This is the Aile Strike. It's just a Strike Gundam. I've built a lot of variations of the Strike. I built a Strike Freedom this year. The Perfect Strike Freedom. The Strike Noir we built at the beginning of the year. Last year we built a different Strike, the Odori. So I have built plenty of Strike Gundams. This is nothing new for me. This is the Aile Strike. It's a kit from 2015, but most of the parts are from 2013, which is so it's a fairly old kit, or 2014, but the parts are from 2013. That part I got right. Anyway, you get what I'm saying. It's nice to be able to go, I'm just building this right now. That's why I decided to build it. There was no $10 patron poll on this. They'll be voting soon enough. A reminder to friends that I will be streaming on Christmas Eve. This Saturday, I will be doing a stream. I will be starting with a Lego set, the Christmas Penguin set. That will not take the whole stream, and then I will resume working on the Aile Strike. But I'm just promoting as, hey, for the holiday season, I'm working on this Lego set. I'm going to make this penguin because it's Christmassy, and that's nice to do. I'm wearing the Santa hat, getting into the spirit. So that way I can stream on Christmas Eve. And then I will also stream on Boxing Day. And I will probably talk about what I got there. I had a question the other day about Bah Humbug, says Lord Crashington. I understand that. I get it. Pat, how many kits are in your do you have waiting to arrive? How many kits are currently in pre-order phase. And I will just tell you, I have 2 kits that are being shipped to me. One was a pre-order, one I just ordered. Kits that are in a pre-order that I am getting at some point. I have the Gundam Lift from USA Gundam Store that we don't know when that's coming. Q4, so we don't know exactly. I have the Heavy Gundam for Premium Bandai. I have the Quattros Rick Diaz high grade from Premium Bandai. And the Zeta Gundam real grade that I did indeed order from Premium Bandai. That is from the most recent batch of stuff that went up because the 6.3 Zeta Gundam looks cool. And so I got that. So I have 4 kits, which is not that many pre-orders, but a few, certainly. Let me just check something real quick, and then I'll retweet, and then we'll get into model kit building. That's what we're ostensibly here for. Working on a kit that's been in my backlog for months. Yeah. Okay, that's out. Tweet is out. Santa hat is shown on there. Got a retweet there. All right, since I'm talking about Twitter, we'll go to the overhead. We're going to work on the shoulder here. I'll show you the progress you can see there. You can see that I have made some progress on this kit, that we've done the head and the chest, and now we have a shoulder shoulder done. Hey, Lord Crashton wants me at the dance button. It's a holiday dance button. Here we go. Now we're going to move on to the arm here when we need C. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Thank you for hitting that dance button for some holiday dancing. Working on the arm here. We're going to do one complete arm and then work on the other complete arm. While we were talking about Twitter, let's just get into it. Let's talk about it. It's time to bring it up here. The ongoing Twitterness. What's the new Twitterness? So it started on the app, and then it moved over to the web. It's now on the web. You can see it if you didn't see it earlier in the day. Impressions, your view count for a tweet is now available. And it was always available, right? You could click on it and you could go to Twitter details and you could see the view numbers. Now, on your feed, you can see your tweets and everyone else's tweets and what their view count is. Is that necessary? No. Was that important for anyone? No. Is it like weird? Of all the things to work on? Of all the things to work on. Also, Twitter Blue folks now have longer video uploads, and that's the paid Twitter people. And if you are basically told if you upload a video that's within the time frame, they'll be like, hey, if you got Blue, you could make this video longer. That's a new thing that came out. But really, it's just the fact that they're just like, hey, look how many people like this. So now there's a new ratio. It's dumb. It's bad. It's not good. Who cares? But also, come on. It is a weird thing. Look, I don't want Twitter to go away because it is a good way to communicate with people and to promote things and to let people know about things that's happening. Is it bad that there is a centralized system like Twitter? Yeah, inarguably, it is bad that it exists. But is it still really annoying to have like no de facto thing replace it? Also, yes. Because like, even if everyone moved to Mastodon, not everybody's fucking following me on Mastodon right now, y'all. And co-host is great, and I like that co-host makes it hard to see what your numbers are. I think that's cool. But like, I don't know. When multiple people follow you on co-host, it's hard to figure out who's following you to try to follow back. You got to hope that they comment or rehost or chost your thing. And I think that's not a good solution either. I don't know what is a good solution for any of these things, but everything seems a little wrong and a little off. But at the same time, Tesla stock keeps fucking dropping. This dude's in so much fucking trouble. He'll be fine in the long run. It'll just be embarrassing, and that's cool. That's generally cool. I don't wish bad things on anyone, but unfortunate things, silly things, frustrating things. I do wish frustration on people. There are people out there that I hope are having a not great time, and Elon Musk is one of those people. I hope he continues to have a bad time with everything he does, in every conceivable way. I hope he's having so much not good times. That's my wish for Elon Musk, is continued bad times. Let's see. Just going to let you know, friends, if you have been playing some games this year, and one of the games that you have been playing is God of War Ragnarok, well, don't worry. If you were like, oh, I wish there was more God of War Ragnarok, it just kind of ends. Because there's going to be more. There's going to be a new game plus coming in spring. Should that have already been part of the game? I would say yes. I have not played the game, but just in general, I think that you should have new game pluses. And to not have new game plus ship and not be available until the spring, to me, feels weird. I'm a little against it myself, but hopefully people are going to that it wasn't there in the first place. I just clarify. But hopefully people will be able to enjoy that. And I don't know if people will come back to it. People are coming to it late. That's certainly an added value to it. And I hope people enjoy their gaming, as they say. Edgelord Pat. Yeah, I'm a real edgelord out here. You know me. I'm the ultimate edgelord. I'm not really. Let's see. All right, we did that. My notes. For you might know this, folks. I have notes. Having New Game Plus has not been a priority for launch of the Sony games, but many have them added later. Yeah, Wristfan, it's just so strange. It's just like, come on, just have that. That feels like a necessary and some might even say essential feature to just have that. It's weird. The rated R Twitch superstar. Yeah, that's me. I am, yes, a regular Edge over here. Regular Edge case. Boom. That's not a boom. That wasn't boom worthy. Why won't this pop together the way I want it to? These things are supposed to slide and they don't. They didn't in a way that makes me annoyed. So I'm going to see if this way, if I do it like this first, will that work? Do I have to do it at the same time? Okay, I gotta do that way first. All right, that worked. Great. That felt weird. Let's see the hand here. Okay. Was that the Japanese Transformer? I remember the film, but not the name. I don't. Goes where I'm going to say. I don't think I banned you, but if I did at some point and then unban you, welcome back. I don't remember. I'll say this. I don't really ban that many people, other than people that come in for to be malicious and like Jackbox streams or spam people. So welcome back. Happy to have you here. I mean, I don't know. I think New Game. Look, even if you don't ever get into New Game Plus, if you're somebody that doesn't really use it, I just think that it's a feature that should be in there. Okay. Well, there you go. All right. Well, enjoy your time. Enjoy the stream and all of that. But yeah, no. Even if I don't myself play a lot of New Game Pluses, I do. But I do think they should just be there for the people that, like, if you really like a game, you want to keep playing it. You don't want to have to go back to a save you had before the final thing and then just do all the extra stuff. You want to just like, because that way you can get like a cool overpowered ability when you beat the game and then use that overpowered ability to just wander around. Yeah, I'm working on the Aile Strike. It is a kit from the year 2014. I am not super familiar with it, but it does feel like a modification of a strike that looks good. Yes, it is in the title of the video of the stream. You can see the AILE Strike Gundam. The Aile Strike is what I'm working on here. It's got all the colors of a main Gundam, as you can tell. That is a good indication of where in the show this Gundam fits. Is that it has a lot of white to it and some blue and red. Those are like primary Gundam colors. It's not always the case, but it's usually the case. Quite often, those colors are going to see, lets you know this is the main character. Again, not always, but often. Just it is become traditional in a way. Let's see. No, this is from a Gundam series. So it's weird to say, but like, I guess there are. If you wanted to be technical, there are there. I guess if you really wanted to be technical, there are aliens in Gundam because there are people who are born on different planets. So I guess they would be considered aliens, but I don't know. No, this is I'm going to actually look up exactly where this is from. I knew it was from Gundam Seed, but I'm like, when in Gundam Seed is this from? Oh yeah, okay. Yes, this is just a later Gundam in Gundam Seed, and then it also appears in Gundam Build Divers Re-Rise. And I guess technically Build Divers does have a kid who is yeah, no, yeah, Build Try, right? Has a kid that is, I guess, an alien, I think. I'm not familiar with that particular series. But I guess there are some aliens in some Gundam series, but, like, not the serious ones. I don't know. I'm feeling confused now. I mean, there are people from the moon and people from different planets and stuff, but I believe they're all from colonies. Hello. Welcome. All right. Gonna get number 2 and 3 here. We are working on the Aile Strike from Gundam Seed, which is a good-looking kit that we've been working on here. We're talking about some stuff. I should also say, I mentioned how their God of War Ragnarok is adding a new game plus sometime next year to talk about some video games. I should just mention right now that I believe for a few more hours, it might already be done, but the most recent free game on Epic, the Epic Store, was Lego Builder's Journey, which I picked up. I believe it's normally $20 on Epic, and I got it for free because it was the free game. I am not sure if that is still the free game or if they switch over to the next one, but take a look, see if it's still there, because free is good. And yes, I will be playing that in January because that seems like the very little I played of it, I was like, oh, this is kind of relaxing, kind of like puzzle game with Lego. I'm into it. Little dioramas. Like I'm very into the premise. So I assume that you will see me actually stream that game because what little I played of it was very relaxing and cool. Oh, okay. Yamato. Oh, okay. Yes. No. Very different. Good, but different. Lord Crashton says, are you getting any of the effects of the big winter storm? So I'll say this. It got cold, y'all. It got cold here. I'm in South Carolina, for friends that don't know. And it was warm at the beginning of the day. It almost reached 60, which for December is not unusually it's pretty standard. It's not that weird that we had that temperature. But it's going to get cold tonight, and it's going to be cold the next couple of days. It's been really rainy around here. So, like, it's cold for South Carolina. Like, some people that are from this area originally are definitely feeling the cold. I'm from the New England area. I'm originally from Connecticut and then lived in New York for 20 years, in New York City. So this level of cold means nothing to me. This is like, whatever. Have a great evening. Okay, great. Yes, you too, Ghost Rogue. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for chatting with us, and have a good one. It's currently 2-degree wind chill here in Austin. Well, Lastbrook, I know that Texas winters have been bad, and Texas in general hasn't been great at dealing with that shit. So I hope all goes well for you. Good luck. Again, we brought and it's going to be -1 tomorrow in Ohio. That's very cold. We're not that cold over here. We are bring the plants inside because the plants were fine, but like the plants probably are not going to love tonight. So we brought the plants in, our outside plants, so that they don't all die. Yeah, though, that's terrible. It has been windy, but not like hurricane windy around here. So that's been good. So mostly it's just like I got my comforter out, which I haven't had to use. So now I got the comforter, and that thing is making. I was nice and toasty last night, and then I will be hopefully nice and toasty this evening as well. I took my hoodie off just to stream, but I've had my hoodie on all day. I have one hoodie that's like really lightweight and just kind of like a knock around, and then I have one that's for like I wouldn't say serious stuff, but it's more heavy duty, and I've been wearing that one today. But otherwise, I mean, I went for a walk today, and it was nice because I know I'm just going to be cooped up the next couple of days, biking in the garage and being cold. Aristovan is bracing for an ice storm tonight. Well, good luck to everybody. Please keep me posted. I hope you all are warm and secure. I know that I would be dealing with the cold if I was in New York this weekend. Look, here's the thing, right? I still fucking miss it. I didn't mind a New York winter because I'm from Connecticut, so it was like, whatever. It is what it is. I do miss the New England, like the chill, like in the morning sometimes. I kind of, around here we get that a little bit, but like, I don't miss the wind that would cut you through the bone because it was like the wind from the sea. That wind would just like cool you right down. Seattle cold, not the same thing. I was in there in Seattle in September once where it was pretty chilly, and it was like, okay. Actually, no, it was Emerald City Comic Con. So I was in there in January. I went to Seattle in January, and it was cold, but the wind didn't drop down. You didn't have the wind chill in Seattle, so it didn't feel as cold. Is what I'm trying to say. It was still a lot, but it wasn't like debilitating. I don't know. I do miss seasons. I think that like the fall here is short. The summer is long. The winter is just a kind of fall, but it's not the real fall. And then the spring is there, and the spring is nice. Got a long summer in South Carolina where I'm at here. I don't love it. All right, what are we going to talk about here? I should just say we talked about that. Lego Builder's Journey. I'm looking at it right now. Oh, also, the 3rd, I'm going to do Lego's Builder's Journey. I think what I should do on the 3rd, before I do that, is we can kind of plan that out. From the folks that are here in chat right now, give me your thoughts, please, on the idea of, would you like to see the 4th model kit in Last Call BBS that got added since I last streamed Last Call BBS? They added a 4th model kit, and I was thinking I should stream myself building that kit because I haven't done it yet, and I wanted your thoughts because that's not going to be enough for a 2-hour stream. So I was like, should I do that with the Lego, or should I do some other thing? But I do kind of want to see that. So I thought it might be fun to do that on on maybe the first stream of January and be like, hey, it's a new year, but let's get caught up. Last Call BBS has a model kit, a digital model kit builder inside of it, and they launched with 3, and then 1 got added, and I don't remember exactly which one it was. So they added another set. I've not gone back except to play the endless mode of the dungeon puzzle game. Yeah, so there's another kit there's a kit we haven't built, and I'm thinking it might be fun to go in and build that. And maybe I'll do that. I'll be like Last Call BBS and then Lego. And then it'll be like one of my streams where I build Lego and model kits at the same time. Like I was like, oh, that's kind of neat. So I'm thinking that'll be a January stream. Because I could do it next Tuesday, but I won't do next Tuesday. Because next Tuesday is going to be fun. This next Tuesday will be is your duty to build that virtual kit. Indeed. Next Tuesday will be Pat Baer's Anime Club live. It'll be a live recording of the next episode of Pat Baer's Anime Club, which we will be doing the fall review / winter preview, because the winter anime season is starting in January. I can actually look it up exactly when that's starting. Hold on. Go over to anime chart. And then if I sort by next airing date. Yeah, actually, technically, we've got 11 and a half days from now. So there'll be 7. Yeah, so yeah, the next season is starting pretty soon with Ninkin Fusion or Fusen, which I didn't really like as a manga, and I don't know if I'm going to watch it as an anime. That's an action series about a bunch of people that were like kicked out of parties or betrayed, who all like end up becoming friends and forming their own party. So they're like adventuring and like showing up the people that wronged them, but also like developing tighter bonds and learning to live again. And I don't really like that manga, so I don't know if I'm going to watch that. Because next season's going to be fucking busy, everybody. There's a lot of anime coming out next season, so I don't know what I'm going to be able to watch. I'm going to have to be a little selective about what I check out, because there's just going to be a lot of it. So yeah, so I probably will skip that one unless it's a really good adaptation and I'm hearing good things about it. I don't know. But like I said, the manga didn't really do it for me, so I'm like, not really feeling it. But there's going to be a bunch of good stuff. So yeah, so that'll be next Tuesday. I'll do that, which will be good. Reminder that my New Year's Eve stream, which will be on, weirdly enough, December 31st, New Year's Eve, doing that stream. It'll be a model kit building stream for the first 2 hours as normal. It'll be a normal Saturday stream from 9 to 11 p.m. Eastern time, where I'll be building a model kit, whatever I'm working on at the time. And then at 11 p.m., I'll stop doing the model kit portion, and we'll switch over to playing some Jackbox Party Pack 9, the Jackbox that came out this year. And we'll do that till right about midnight and kind of ring in the new year together. So it'll be a 3-hour stream with model kit building and then some hanging out. And I think that'll be fun. That'll be a good way to ring in the new year. And then we'll go raid somebody who is like either on the West Coast or in the middle of the country. We'll try to find somebody who's on the other coast, who hopefully will be ringing in the new year that way, and we can like continue the party. But then I'll stop watching the stream because I'll have to go do other things. That's my big secret, friends. When I raid people, I hang out and answer questions if they ask me questions and chat a little bit, and then I get up so that I can stretch and do whatever, because I've been sitting down for 2 hours and need to get up and do stuff. But I do hang out a lot in a chat like that. I will definitely hang out. I'm just like, sometimes I just like, I have to upload the video and I have to like take photos and post on my Discord and post on Twitter and all that stuff. It's been weird because I've been cross-posting I'm on Hive and Mastodon and co-host, and I've been promoting my stuff on all of those and trying to do fun things on at least some of them. Um, and of course, on my Discord, I do post things as well. Um, it's been annoying to do all of it. I don't really want to do all of it, but I do want to promote what I'm doing and what's going on with me. So I'm not feeling too bad about it, but it is annoying. And I know that there's like a thing where you can post on Twitter and then it'll repost on like there are programs I could get, and I'm probably gonna have to look into that. But I do want them to be at least somewhat bespoke, because I don't want people to feel like they're just reading the same thing over and over again, and then they stop paying attention. Trillion 2.0. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it is what it is. I mean, there is definitely a bot I could get on Discord that would just post my Twitter messages to the bot, and I should probably look into doing that because that would just be easier, but I don't know. Sometimes I catch typos that I made on Twitter when I go to move the posts around, and so those typos just live on Twitter. It's not worth deleting and reposting most of the time. Sometimes it is, but not all the time. All right, we got the hands done here. We are almost done with the arms, which is neat. That's good. We like that. And because then we can move on to what's next. Oh, I don't know. Assembly, and then the feet. Oh, we're getting into feet territory here. My thinking is that this kit's going to come together pretty easy. We're going to finish this kit on Saturday, even with starting with the Lego set. I think by the end of Saturday stream, I'll have built that Lego set and then probably completed this. I can't say for sure, but that is my thought. Yes, Lord Crashington, you will get your model kit feet pics. Your feet pics of the Ale Strike. No, nothing else. Just that. All right, so we'll do that. Okay, put it in there. And put the hands on. And boom. We got ourselves the top of a kit done. We got arms done. We got the head and the chest already done before we even started stream. And now we can move on to feet. Okay, what else? Hey, I haven't even talked about this. I got to talk about this, friends. Tuesday went so well. I really had a good time. Had some good. We had some new people in chat. We had some folks that don't come out all the time, but came out because it was a special event. If you missed it, the VOD is up. I did not put it on YouTube because there is a New Japan Pro Wrestling match, and that'll make it so that that video gets blocked anyway. So I was like, well, I'm not even going to bother putting it up on YouTube. But it is a VOD here on Twitch. I watched lots of hours of wrestling, including New Catch, which was a French wrestling program from the early 90s. That was somehow amazingly only mildly problematic. It could have been so much worse. So we did that, which was really fun. Watched some All Japan. Watched a whole hour of All Japan women's classics from the 80s, which was great. We ended with we were going to end with, and then we got raided, so I kept going. We had a match that, come to find out, friends, that Chavo Guerrero match was not originally in black and white. It was originally in color, but the ring mat was caked in blood, and whoever uploaded it to which eventually got archived and I grabbed, must have made it black and white to put it on YouTube at some point. So that was surprising and weird, but it was kind of fun to watch a match from the early 80s that was in black and white. It was kind of unique. So we did that, which like I said, very fun. Lots of good wrestling in that. Some Michinoku Pro matches that are very 90s, took people back to a vibe, because those are just very hard to get good. Michinoku Pro didn't spend money on camera equipment, so it never looked good. So the archives look at basically as good as it did originally. And it reminds me very much of VHS tapes where it was just like, hey, I got all this Japanese wrestling, and then you just watch it and you're like, I don't know who either of these people are. I don't know what promotion this is. This looks like it was filmed in a gymnasium. They don't have mats around the ring. Who are these people? I keep hearing this guy's name is Michinoku. That's the name of the promotion. Is this the guy that owns the promotion? He's young looking. And then you'd be like, wait, Taka Michinoku? I saw him on WWF. That's weird. It was weird. Westbrook says, sorry I missed it. Was doing some errands and got home late. No problem, Westbrook. I started earlier than I normally do on a stream, and it was really fun. Had a great turnout. We had already hit our goal before we even started. But then some people were still very generous, which was very kind of them, and just helped me pay down my general debts, which was really nice after paying the medical debt down, which I should say I have taken care of. I didn't tweet about it. I should do that tomorrow. But I have done that. Had 2 big medical expenses this year and paid them all off, which also means not only does it mean that I don't have to worry about in next year dealing with anything like interest on it or anything like that. But also it means that I can use that service again if I need to, if anything else comes up, because they don't let you extend your line of credit. So if I ever had another issue, either be any kind of medical issue, it does mean that I can use that service again for credit, which will be good in case something comes up, which hopefully it won't. But yeah, it was a great night of watching some wrestling and hanging out and talking to people and chatting with some friends. Good turnout. Was happy about that. We got rated and a lot of people stuck around, which was very kind of them. We were watching the last match and we got rated during it. And I was like, oh, well, we got to watch this other match that I had because I didn't want to send people away. I wanted to give them some wrestling. Because we often raid Lunar Jade, and Lunar Jade has been this week. My friend Heather has been raiding or streaming earlier, so we got raided by Lunar Jade, and it was so nice for her to pay back the raid, which obviously is not necessary, but it was great. The greatest poll of all time. Yes, Lord Crashington brings up that there was a poll. I did it for 5 minutes, which is too long. I had never done a poll via Twitch before. I was like, hey, which of these 2 matches should we watch? And then it was tied, and I was like, please, 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 I need someone else to vote. And then we ended up watching both matches anyway. Because I was like, I have these 2 left. We can see like Super Delphin versus Taka Michinoku. Or we can watch maybe it was was it that match? Yeah, I think it was that match. Or we can watch Chavo Sr. versus the guy that started the FMA, which is the deathmatch independent league in Japan. They didn't always just do death matches, but they were famous for doing death matches. More fruitful than an Elon Musk Twitter poll. Indeed, Lord Crash, you're not wrong on that. All right, feet are about done here. It's got feet. We did feet. We did the feats. I do want to say, I don't think I've ever undone someone's suspension, so I don't know what the fuck that was about. Say that again. I don't know what was going on there earlier, but maybe Twitter banned him in general? Or Twitch? I don't know. I don't know what was happening. It was weird. That was a weird thing. Anyway, that was weird. I should say that. Okay. So I talked about the fundraising stream. Hey, wrestling. I don't have much to say about wrestling outside of, watching the stream on Tuesday, because AEW Dynamite happened last night, and for the most part, Dynamite was just fucking good. It was just a good night of Dynamite. Okay, we're going to do one whole leg, and then we do the other whole leg. Okay, so we did the feet. No. Look, hey, main event for the women's world title. That's awesome. Jamie Hayter defended against Hikaru Shida, and they had a all Japan women's feeling match. It was a very hard hitting affair and was brutal, and they had a lot of time, and I was very happy with it. There were shenanigans, but that's to be expected with the heel who has friends, and there was probably setting up for a tag or a triple or a three-way fight, a trios fight at some point, which I'm fine with. There were some good matches besides that. The thing I want to talk about is Rick Ross. And if you haven't been paying attention to what's going on in the world of All Elite Wrestling, AEW, that probably felt weird. But yeah, hey, so a couple weeks ago, Rick Ross just showed up kind of out of nowhere. And it was like, hey, why is Rick Ross here? Well, Rick Ross is friendly with Swerve Strickland, wrestler Swerve Strickland. And Swerve has had some issues with his now former tag team partner, Keith Lee. And Rick Ross was taking the side of Swerve Strickland, which felt weird. Anyway, Rick Ross was there to mediate a confrontation between Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland. And they gave Rick Ross a live mic on a live television program. And at one point, he said to Keith Lee, "You a big motherfucker," which is not wrong. So on TNT, Rick Ross just said motherfucker on TV. And it was weird. It was a fucking weird moment. I don't know how else to describe it. It was fucking strange. It was cool and weird. And then it turns out that Rick Ross is now now has a wrestling stable. That's right. Rick Ross has a wrestling stable. Look, is it Swerve Strickland stable? Yes. But is Rick Ross somehow the mouthpiece of said stable? Called Mogul Affiliates? Yes. Is that a good wrestling stable name? No. Does AEW love a stable? Oh, you bet your ass they do. They love a wrestling stable. They love a group. They love it so much. They can't get enough of it. So we got Swerve Strickland. We got Rick Ross as the mouthpiece. Who else is in this group? Would I watch it over Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett? Yes. 1,000 times yes. I don't need anybody hitting anybody with a guitar. It's 2022. Okay, so this stable, Rick Ross, Swerve Strickland, Parker Boudreaux. And you're like, no, Pat. Parker Boudreaux is a member of the Trustbusters. Well, apparently he's graduated from the Trustbusters, and now he is he's a Mogul affiliate. And also an unnamed wrestler. That's right, they debuted a new wrestler last night, and the announcers didn't know who he was because he's not from the Indies, so they didn't feel obligated to say his name. They just didn't say who he was. Now, we've since learned that his name is Grandin Gutzman, and Grandin Gutzman has tattoos all over his fucking face. Just he's all tattoos. That man is all tattoo. Lots of face tattoos. He only had one a few years ago when he was a minor league baseball player. For 9 years, he was in the minor leagues. Oops, all tattoos, yes. He recently was released out of his contract and then started training speaking of Jay Lethal, at Lethal's training school. He's been training for a while. This was his debut. A lot of people were just like, does Parker Boudreaux have a brother? Because what's going on here? Because Parker Boudreaux, he's a guy with tattoos. People were calling him like the next Brock Lesnar because he has like he's got a look to him. He was Parker Boudreaux was in NXT and they got released and they got picked up like right away by AEW. And now he's like gonna be on the TV and do more and not just be on the YouTube shows. Which is a choice. I describe Parker Boudreaux because here's the thing about Parker Boudreaux. I say what I'm about to say now. I say this as someone who is very white and has friends from all over the world, all kinds of different friends, right? Parker Boudreaux is the white guy that hangs out with black people all the time. All his photos are him dressed really well with rappers and black dudes and black ladies. That is his thing. That is Parker Boudreaux's thing. Parker Boudreaux is the white guy. He is the guy that very much wants to have like be invited to the cookout, and in some instances, it seems like he is the guy that gets invited to the cookout. He actually does get invited. He also seems like the guy that like has the he's never brought it up, but if they were like in the car and music was on and he dropped an N-bomb, he wouldn't be sheepish about it. He'd just be like, not cool? Okay. Like that kind of thing. Like he's not doing it to be hurtful. He's doing it because he wants to be accurate to the lyrics of the song that everyone's rapping. That kind of white dude. He's Bullethead from the Steve Harvey show. If you remember the Steve Harvey show, how there was like the dumb white guy at the predominantly black high school. That's Parker Boudreaux. If you're a big stand-up fan, he's Moshe Kasher. Moshe, who grew up in Oakland and like is like the fucking whitest dude. He's so goddamn white. He's a stand-up comedian. He's so white, but he grew up in and went to a predominantly black high school in Oakland, California. Predominantly black and Latino high school. But Moshe isn't like it's one of those things like my references here are not hitting. I'm sure. Anyway, that's Parker Boudreaux. Parker Boudreaux has a big blinged out necklace that says Parker on it. And this past week, he wore that in a match. He didn't take it off. He wore it during the match. That should give you a good indication of who Parker Boudreaux is. Anyway, they got a new wrestling faction. Do I think it's going to be good? No. Swerve Strickland is a great wrestler and a great promo, and he's like kind of doing this like off kilter, like doesn't trust anyone kind of vibe that I'm liking. Is this a way to bring in some of the Ring of Honor dudes that Keith Lee used to be down with to back him up? I actually think so. Even though he beat those dudes, Shane Taylor Productions. I feel like Shane Taylor Productions is the group to come back up Keith Lee. Could be another tag team just around, so people not doing anything. That suddenly you're like, do they like Keith Lee? Well, I guess they like Keith Lee. I feel like that's possible, but it does feel like it's setting up to bring in that. And sure, I don't know. Also, like there were Parker missed his entrance and it was delayed, and Rick Ross like ran out of things to say, so he just started repeating himself, and that was weird. And the whole thing took way too long. Like it was good, like edited together. There's a good video out of it, but just like as is, I was like, ooh, okay, this is not working. And then there was just like an unknown dude, and you're like, I don't like that. I feel like you should know who he is. You should know, announcers. It's weird when the announcers don't know. This is my opinion. So that was a little off. I didn't love it. That's the only wrestling thing from that. That and the main event was good. And then Eddie Kingston tweeted today that a bunch of AEW has recently hired a bunch of fuckboys. And then he was like, some real paranoid motherfuckers are texting me right now. There's people being like, hey, am I a fuckboy? It's like, hey, they just hired me. Is that me? Am I? Oh. Like, I don't imagine it was like AR Fox being like, hey, am I a fuckboy? But like, you know, maybe he was just like, hey, are we cool? What's up? Which was just funny. I'll be watching Rampage tomorrow, Holiday Rampage. It was already taped, you know, and I've heard some stuff from it that I don't love the sound of, but some stuff that sounds good. So, you know, I'll be checking it out. It's wrestling. I'm going to watch it. The Fuckboy Patrol, indeed. You know, it's wrestling. I'll check it out. I haven't heard any spoilers from SmackDown that they taped last week, because they taped it right after the SmackDown that aired, which is really good. So SmackDown did a double taping, and then this coming Monday is going to be a best of Raw that's going to be hosted by somebody that they already pre-taped, so that WWE has their wrestlers not working this weekend. And like, I know that doesn't sound like a big deal, but for the WWE, that is a big deal to have them like have the weekend of like not doing house shows, not doing live events. Like, that's kind of big. That's kind of great. They're going to be able to spend Christmas with whoever the fuck they want to spend Christmas with. And I think that's like, that should be basic and decent, and it shouldn't be like I shouldn't be surprised about that, but I fucking am. That they're just like, yeah, we're not doing a Raw, we're not doing a live show, and yeah, we taped this SmackDown. It's like, oh, that's surprisingly great. He's brought up on the Next Lander Discord, but I already forgotten they hired Bandito. Well, yeah, that's because you just haven't seen Bandito. They did hire Bandito, but he has like a bunch of stuff to do. Basically, they hired Bandito so that no one else could hire him, but he is taking care of his other obligations and will be, I think he will be at the top of Ring of Honor. I don't know if they've hired him to be an AEW person. I think they've hired him to be a Ring of Honor person, so I think we will see more of him in January. Now, that's just me, because he did come in to wrestle for the Ring of Honor title. He could be an incredibly strong wrestler in AEW, but I feel like he's probably a Ring of Honor hire. And so once the streaming thing goes up, I think we'll probably see him there. So he's probably handling Mexico stuff before that. I'm barely active in the Nextlander Discord at all, the Patreon Discord. But I am definitely not active in that wrestling one because I am active in Jeff Gersman's wrestling Discord. And I can only be in so many Discords talking about wrestling. Because I also have another private Discord that I hang out with, a small group of people, and we don't really use the Kevin Dunn fan cam, which is our wrestling forum name. These don't want to connect. I'm going to tell you right now, friends. These don't want to connect in a way that is good. So I have to see why. I think one of these is the wrong piece. I think this is supposed to be C5 and C8, and I bet one of these is not C5 or C8. That's accurate, yes. I was like, why won't these connect? Well, because I fucked up, that's why. Turns out, it's not working because of me. Hi, it's me. I'm the problem. It's me. Turns out I was the problem all along. I saw your appearance at the Gundam channel. Yes. I was in the... I occasionally appear in the Gundam channel when I'm doing something that I think people would like in the Gundam channel. And I occasionally show up in the anime channel, usually to promote something. Like I promoted my awards thing because I thought people there might like it. And then there was somebody like, are you Pat Baer from the Giant Bomb East, the GB East things? It's like, yes, I am that Pat Baer. I am not a different Pat Baer. Which I thought was very, very fun. But yeah, I'm not active in that anime forum or the wrestling one. I should have posted in their wrestling, like, hey, I made this video about WWE 2K22 because I kept fucking up. Actually, you know what? I want to see what that video's... I want to see the view count on that video because I feel like that might be doing okay. Let's see. I gotta go to that. It's not in a playlist, so it's gonna have to just do good on its own. Yeah, that's doing all right. That's doing okay for a video that I just made and put up. That's only a couple minutes. It's 2 minutes long. It's not long enough for them to really promote. So, speaking of which, I had a comment on it. From Lysandus. Out there saying, thanks for this. It is so not intuitive. So there you go, friends. Somebody I don't know left a comment and thanked me for that video. The how to set up CPU versus CPU matches in WWE 2K22 saying, thanks for this. It's so not intuitive. So I already helped somebody I don't even know. That makes me feel great. Because I don't know. Helping people's good. But yeah, I do occasionally show up in the Nextlander channels, but not that often. and I will occasionally show up in the Loading Ready Run Discord, which is not Patreon exclusive. It is free for anybody. I occasionally show up in their anime channels on occasion as well. But yeah, that makes me feel good that someone was just like, hey, hi, thanks. It's like, oh, hell yeah. I knew I wasn't the only one very confused by their system. Turns out I wasn't, so that's good. All right, so we're going to put that on there. Look, in January, we're probably going to do that again because it was fun. And now that I can do a variety of matches instead of just the ones that were there, that does encourage me to get in there and try out some other stuff. Now that I know how to do it. All right. We'll take a pause for the calls in a moment or two. I'll talk about ways you can support the channel and all of that. Y'all know all that stuff, so I'll go through it pretty fast. But I do want to do it because it's been a little while since I did that. Because I think the other day I kind of just breezed through it because we had so few folks checking us out. That's all right. I mean, look, the stream that needed people to be here was the stream on Tuesday, and guess what? It had people here. It never felt like there weren't going to be anybody watching. So that was the one that I really needed a view count for. And then we got it, which is very, very nice. So this one being a little light, that's okay. I hope people come Saturday evening. I know that, some people are going to have Christmas stuff, but usually a lot of people do Christmas Eve things during the day or sometimes they do go to Mass and they do night stuff, but not that often. So, I am hoping that people will stop by on Saturday because I think it'll be cool. Yeah, our Christmas stuff right here. Oh, cookies. I made cookies, y'all. Cookies. Magic bars, which are called, some people call them magic layer bars. Some people call them layer bars. Some other people call them Hello Dolly bars because they based on the recipe that was in a condensed milk can by the Hello Dolly company. Because it is a cookie that is very easy to make. Apparently, also some people just call them dumb bars because anyone could make them, or idiot bars. I guess apparently some people refer them to because it's a really simple recipe of just like a bunch of good tasting stuff like nuts and. You could put chocolate in there, lots of graham cracker crumble stuff, and coconut on top. And then you just cut them into bars, and they're very good. Bake them. We have a lot of cookies in your house. My wife and youngest love to holiday bake. Hell yeah, Aristophan. It was really fun to do some baking. And then today, hey, here's the thing you can do, friends. If you're like, I can't cook, I can't bake. I can maybe cook some stuff, but I can't bake. You could just buy a box of gingerbread. Instead of making bread, you just make it into cookies. You just do that. And would I have preferred that they were a little crispier than they ended up being? Yeah, maybe they could be a little crispier than they ended up. But they're still really good. And guess what? They taste like gingerbread. And they're in cookie form. So that's the cookies. My mom is going to make a pie. That will not be a Pat Baer thing. That'll be a Mrs. Baer thing. She's going to make an apple pie, which is her want and her desire. Used to take so many Granny Smiths and make an apple pie for Christmas. We got some vanilla ice cream. It's going to be real good. So that'll be nice. This family. Our Christmas Day stuff is basically we basically do another Thanksgiving with just maybe like a few less sides, like less casseroles. But basically, it's just Thanksgiving part 2. Our Christmas Eve is going to be my dad's going to make the lasagna, and we got a pot roast, I believe, or prime rib. No, sorry, prime rib and lasagna. So I thought we might be doing a pot roast, but we're doing a prime rib and lasagna. And all of that is going to be fucking good. It's going to be real good. How does this go in? Oh, it goes in like this. Yeah. All right, we're almost done with this leg. I just got to do a quick panel on here. But yeah, so that's our Christmas Eve. day meal and our Christmas Eve dinner and Christmas Day like supper. Basically that's what we're gonna do. We'll do an early Christmas Day meal, but it'll just be like turkey, mashed potatoes, some veggies, all that stuff. It'll be real good. All right, I'm gonna go over here to this camera. I'm going to retweet my tweet. I'm just gonna. I'm gonna check my notifications. Okay, we got a retweet there. We got a question from our friend Ash, who has been in the chat vlog, who is not in the stream, but can't stop by the stream to ask me a question about Gundam, The Witch from Mercury. But ask me in Twitter form, so I will reply to that tweet later, and not right now. I'll tell you that I like it a lot, but I'll tell Ash via tweet after the stream that I think it's great. That I'm expecting to be sad about some stuff. I'm expecting the sadness to continue over the next couple episodes, but in general, a real good show. So, just do that. Yeah, great. I'll go through these really quick because there's not a lot of you here tonight, and I believe everyone watching right now, yes, I would say everyone watching right now knows what's up. But if you are currently a subscriber, you can throw the Baer Cave, the Lego, the site, the moat in the chat. Let the people know. Being a subscriber is the easiest way to support what I do. Maybe somebody's going to come in during this spiel, so I'll just go through it. Being a subscriber means that you don't see ads. You don't see a pre-roll ad. You don't get an ad during the stream. It's just, you're just enjoying it, and it's great. It helps me because I make money every month, and that money goes into buying more model kits. And I want to be very clear about that. Your money, your support through Patreon, through Twitch, through all these services that I'm going to be linking here in the chat, all of those go to me buying more model kits. Like it doesn't do anything else. It's not paying my phone bill or anything. You are just enabling me to buy model kits, be it pre-orders or buying stuff on Amazon. Oh boy, I bought a weird looking kit that was from Unicorn, but it's from the original series, then brought back in Unicorn. I bought a weird looking guy kit, and I was able to do that because I had the funds available from your continued support. So you could become a subscriber. You could gift a sub. Aristfan is the top of our gift sub leaderboard. You could join that too. We're at 33 subscribers. We're trying to get to 40. We're not getting to 40 right now, but I would love to get there. We get higher than that. But yeah, I got a Patreon. You could join my YouTube and become a member there, and you get a video early. There's a lot of rewards over on Patreon. I'm going to go through this real quick, and then we'll get back to building and talking and talk about some anime. We got that. Direct donations. You can also do that if none of those subscription services appeal to you in a monthly thing and you want to just help me out once in a while. And everything I said, like I said, goes to buying model kits and equipment. I've been good on equipment. I have some on my wish list because those things will be helpful, like the cleaner that I might just end up getting myself anyway. But it's nice to have that on the list. Speaking of which, I have an Amazon wish list. And if you buy something on the wish list and it's a model kit, it jumps the queue. My backlog right now, like I said, got plenty of stuff. I got more stuff coming this month and in future months. But I'll stop working on backlog and instead work on the thing you bought. So if you would like to get me an end of the year gift, because it won't get here by Christmas, I don't think. I can't imagine. But if you want to give me an end of the year gift or a gift to celebrate 2022, and we're all still here, you could buy something on my wish list. I got Lego sets. I got model kits, inexpensive kits, expensive kits, kits that don't ever go on sale, kits that I've taken on, that are like priced pretty well, free shipping, not free shipping, all kinds of different stuff on here. Oh, I got to reorganize some of this stuff because it dropped in price. I like to try to keep it, the price, in the right spot, whatever. A bunch of different kits. See if there's something there that you would like to see me build on stream. Because it'll jump the queue. Like I said, it'll become the next thing I build. And at the very bottom, I have some very expensive kits because I will be doing a poll on Twitter saying like, hey, which of these expensive kits should I purchase? That I'll have free delivery or free shipping but like will take forever to arrive. Um, like if the thing that wins the poll is the Gundam Heavy Arms Endless Waltz Engel unit, right now it says ships within 3 to 4 days. Product arrive in about 12 days by FedEx. So like, I might buy that, and then who knows? Like sometime in January it'll arrive. That kind of thing. But that might win the poll. I don't know what's going to win the poll. And then I got some gear at the bottom. Things that will be helpful for me to stream. In case you're like, I like to help you, Pat, but I don't know. I don't know what to buy. So take a look at that. See if there's something there you'd like to give me for the end of the year. The alternative to that is my Throne wish list. Not much there, but mostly like gift cards and also some equipment. But I just kind of want to support Throne because they do good work. And then also go to USA Gundam Store. Buy a gift card to USA Gundam Store, then send me that gift card code. My DMs are open on Twitter, or you could whisper me here on Twitch if that's something you'd rather do there. You could also do that. That would be nice. If you haven't joined my Discord, I got a Discord, join there. If you're watching this later on YouTube, what's up, YouTube? Thank you. You can find all this in the show description. If you're watching it later on VOD, welcome. Thanks for watching. You can find all that in the chat. And I know that when I watch VODs, I don't usually have the chat open. But go and check that. Let's see. What do we got here? A couple of video links for you to check out. Pat Baer's Anime Club. I got a new episode of Pat Baer's Anime Club out. And you should check it out because it's Pat Baer's 2022 Anime Awards. That's right. I did my own awards. And they're like superlatives. Like Best Initial D reference, or anime most obviously based on a light novel. And it's just an anime with a really long title. Worst animation, just a show that is just god awful in multiple ways. That kind of thing. I just did some awards or whatever. This is not my top 10 list. That's coming out in January. I'm still working on my top 10 list. Hey, guess what? A show that was not in my top 10, that was in like 12 or 13th place, its last episode rocketed it up to my top 10. And I was like, see you later, show that was on this list. You are getting bumped out for this other show. Sorry, I'm quitting heroing. You are a kind of an interesting story that takes a weird left turn, but you are not to be included on this list. Sorry, show that is technically an isekai, but not pitched as an isekai. I'm Quitting Heroing is a good show. It is not in my top 10. And then Do You Remembaer, an ongoing video series where every week I hastily research a topic. This is the second last one. It's about Yule Lads. Hey, the Yule Lads are fucking weird, man. Iceland rules, and Iceland's folklore is awesome. And the Yule Lads are weird little guys that cause mischief on the 13 days leading up to Christmas Day. They're like elves, or like the guys from Sleeping Beauty, but fucked up. And they like to one's called Door Slammer, and he just likes slamming doors in the middle of the night. And then there's ones that like want to steal your pie, or want to spook the cows and steal milk from them. Or, hey, you can learn about Meat Hook. Do you want to know what Meat Hook does? He steals meat using his hook. And they're just 13 weird dudes that are all the son of a giantess. And it's Merry Christmas. There's dudes. Spoilers. Thank you. Yes. Sorry. Yes. Spoilers. Meat Hook uses a hook to steal your meat. So I talked about the Yule Lads because they fucking kick ass. And it's the first and only time that I have done a Do You Remembaer where I only talked about a portion of a Wikipedia page because I just wanted to talk about Yule Lads. I don't care about the other traditions they have. I don't care about the Yule cat. I like the idea of a giant cat that comes out of the mountains, but I didn't need to cover that because I wanted to only cover Yule Lads. Made me really happy to talk about that dumb stuff. All right, we're going to talk about some anime, and then we'll. But before I get into the anime talk, because you know the anime talk is coming, you know that. I got to drink some water, and we got to get back to the overhead, and let's do that dramatically. Ah. Water. It's pretty good. Okay. I got 2 shows to talk to you about because Reincarnated as a Sword. I thought there was going to be 13 episodes. There's not. It ends on a cliffhanger where a necromancer shows up. That's episode 12. A necromancer just fucking shows up. And it's like, oh no, what's going to happen? And we don't know. And you're like, that's fucking weird. Why did they even include that necromancer? Well, it's because there's going to be a season 2. Reincarnated as a Sword already has a season 2, and it's coming out pretty soon. So they ended it on a cliffhanger because they knew they were going to be able to do that. Which is smart, but also weird to just end that way. But yeah, season 2 of Reincarnated Sword coming. I'll watch it. I like it. I assume it'll get picked up by High Dive. So now we can talk about Do It Yourself, episode 12 of 12. And also, we can talk about the whole season of Mob Psycho 100, season 3, a.k.a. the series finale. I have been watching this at my leisure. Sometimes I would let 2 or 3 episodes go and they get caught up, and I would marathon through them. Sometimes I'd be watching week to week. I will not give spoilers, major spoilers for that, because some people are waiting on the dub, and that is a show that, I mean, it's a fucking season finale. It is a show that's popular, which is one of the reasons why I didn't do weekly recaps. The other being that I just wanted to kind of savor it because it was the last season. It's not being canceled. It's just they finished adapting the manga with a odd amount of filler, but we'll get to that. Let's first start with talking about the lovely series Do It Yourself. I can tell you that both the shows I'll be talking about tonight are on my top 10 list. Mob Psycho 100 season 3, I did not know if that was going to make the list, but they stuck the landing. But I can tell you from the jump that the adventures of Yua Serafu and friends was going to be on my list, because Do It Yourself is the kind of chill slice of life series about young ladies making shit happen, girls doing things, the subgenre. It's a soothing ointment on the soul. It is such a lovely series. This episode, shut it down. I can't imagine there'll be a season 2 of Do It Yourself. Maybe there will be the further adventures of these girls, but I have my doubts about that. The whole season has been Serafu gets invited to join the Do It Yourself club. She is a fun girl. She's actually pretty smart as far as schooling goes, but she's definitely not smart in the ways of understanding like people and the world, and like just like, oh, she's also just incredible. Serafu is incredibly accident prone, which is very funny that she is in the Do It Yourself club where she is constantly dealing with woodworking. That is just a fun choice for her to be in that club. Anyway, the whole idea of the club was, all right, we need new members because we'll get shut down otherwise. So they did a few things to like make their workshop area, the shed that they work at, make that look better, make that look like more appealing to people. So maybe more people would come and want to join up. And then they had the brilliant idea of, let's make a secret base, which is just a treehouse. They basically made a treehouse in the tree next to it because they thought that a cool looking treehouse would attract people who don't know what a DIY club is. And they'd be like, we made this. Do you want to do cool stuff? And we're at different levels. So Serafu puts in the final screw of the secret hideout right before summer vacation. And the girls meet up and they have a picnic to celebrate. And then some students stop by to be like, hey, can we go look at your thing? Like, we're curious. And so maybe they'll get a few more people to join because, 2 of their members go to the other school. And so they are don't really count. And one of their members is a transfer student, Jobko. And Jobko is going back to America because she is American and studying in Japan. She's studying in Japan because her mother passed away and her father has become very distant, and Jumko just kind of wanted to get away from everything. Now, I bring up that because to explain a little bit of her character, she's also a 12-year-old genius, Jumko, and her real name is, I haven't said it in a while, so I wanted to say the real name of Jumko is Juliet Queen Elizabeth the Seventh. That's right, her name is Juliet Queen Elizabeth the Seventh. And she was nicknamed Jobco because she says good job. Because she's American. She's got blonde hair. Speaks English, right? Speaks American. Look, I don't have a problem at all with someone who is not a native English speaker pretending to be a native English speaker. Because this is the world, baby. Like, whatever you want to do. I do have a problem with someone doing that who is not doing a good job, because it always sounds like she is struggling with English words, and her Japanese seems fine, but her English seems bad, and it's just weird. It's the only thing about do-it-yourself that I don't like, is like she just continuously speaks English in a way that makes you tell immediately that the voice actress is not a native English speaker. And it's like, they should have hired someone who could do this. It's weird that they didn't do that. It's strange. Because it's just like, what are we doing here? Anyway, Jumko has a heart-to-heart with Miku, also known as Purin. Because they're both very tsundere. Jumko is tsundere because she's like 12 and like has a complex, and Miku is tsundere because she wants to care so much about her next door neighbor and best friend Serafu, and it just comes out mean. But also, Serafu just like is like aware. She just is like, yeah, all right, yeah, okay, cool, sorry. She's just like aware that she's like not being honest. Anyway, Miku and Serafu install the one missing piece of the hideout, a homemade swing. They use a piece of the bench that they used to sit on when they were little kids before that bench got destroyed. So that way they have some time with the bench. They make the swing, and it turns out great. Miku is honest about enjoying doing DIY stuff because she's always been like, well, I guess if you need me. But no, she's being honest about liking it. And they make plans to build a wind chime next, which after the closing credits, there is a wind chime. This show was adorable. It is very cute. There are like safety lessons that happen in it. They do go out of their way to try because they don't want people to get hurt. But it is a fun series. It's done digitally, but in a watercolor style that just kind of fits with the whole DIY vibe. Like, the vibes in this show are just exceptional. Other than, I wish they hired someone that didn't have a Japanese accent when they spoke English, because that didn't fit right. Do It Yourself is a fantastic series. If you were looking for something to marathon in this holiday, if you were like, Pat, I did not watch a lot of anime this season, what anime should I check out? Well, then I would recommend to you that you should check out Do It Yourself. That it should be high on your list of things to watch because it is loverly. And then, again, I am not going to go into detailed spoilers for Mob Psycho Season 3, Mob Psycho 100 Season 3. It's over. It ended. I am indeed sad by that because Bones did such an incredible job with the animation of this series from top to bottom. It's it's a modern classic. It is a legendary shonen where nothing has gone wrong with the production, and every little bit of it fucking kicks ass and is great over 3 seasons. Music, I mean, just banger after banger openers and closing themes. We've gotten to watch Mob. Mob is just like in middle school. Like we just watched Mob in middle school just grow as a person. Again, I'm not getting into heavy spoilers, but I will say Mob at the very end of this last episode, like I teared the fuck up just seeing Mob like at his best. The characterization is fantastic in this series throughout. This season starts really slow. It takes a fucking minute to get going. Oh, I put this together partially wrong, everybody. So I need to disassemble this with our part separator, and I need to switch. I got to swap the placement of this here. So hold on. Let me do that. This went in backwards. How did I do that? I don't know how I did that, but I did. Yeah, because this has got to look... This goes like this. And that goes in like that. Yeah. Sorry, buddy. I caught it, though, because I was like, hey, this is not going together right. This season was a really slow build. There was filler that I wasn't like, that I thought was fine. That was like, some of it was like bonus materials and things. Apparently some of the filler was from the creator. But it's just like, it's just a lovely presentation of what it means to be special, or what it means to not feel that way and feel awkward, and how like, yes, Mob is an unbelievably talented Esper, and has all these incredible abilities and is frankly too strong for his own good. But like, at the end of the day, his biggest problem is feeling like part of him won't be accepted. It's just fucking it's fucking school shit. It's young adult stuff. It's just magnified by the fact that he, like, yes, in some seasons the problem is, oh no, a ghost is fucking up everything, or this other Esper is trying to rule the world from the shadows, and we gotta fucking take care of this. Like, sometimes that's the problem. Season 3, like, there's some problems, but the biggest problem is, like, Mob feeling like telling a girl that he likes her and getting rejected is that is going to be devastating to his psyche. It's just fucking beautiful. It's a beautiful series. Lovingly done. Every anime based on a light novel or a web series, or web novel, I should say, or a manga, wishes it had the loving detail that this show got. It is a beautiful send-off to this show. If you are behind on it, if you were like, oh yeah, I got it dropped off in like season 2, let's go for it. Again, this season, slow build. There were a few episodes. Like, now that it's all done, you can marathon through it. It comes with my highest recommendation. Like I said this earlier. It was not originally going to be in my top 10, but it ended so strong that it pushed its way into the 10. Because it was maybe like 11 or 12 or 13 probably. It made my long list, but then it didn't make my truncated list. Like, when I just wrote down anything I thought that was good this year, of course it was there. Also, recency bias, trying to counteract recency bias made me like think about how many shows were in that were from this past season that were in my top 10. But then I was like, wait, the season fucking ruled though. So that's not a knock on it. Like, it's like, yeah, a lot of shows this season were just fucking dope. Hey, where'd this piece go? I took out... Oh, there it is. It bounced, friends. That polycap bounced. I do have a spare polycap that would maybe work for that, but I was like, whoa, where'd it go? That freaked me out. Um, this thing was annoying to put together because I was doing it wrong the last time. So this should go in nice and easy. But yeah, that's Mob Psycho 100 Season 3, the series finale. Beautiful show that I really recommend. Mob is certainly part of the good boy shift. The shift of your main character just being pure of heart in your shonen. Just a guy just trying to do his goddamn best at any opportunity. Just trying to be the best boy he can be. Yeah, really got me. We got time left in the stream. I would love to hear from you, friends. You can put it in the chat right now. What you're watching, what you're playing. Did you buy anything on the Steam sales? I finally bought Trombone Champ because it was on sale. So I bought Trombone Champ. I definitely am not going to stream Trombone Champ, mainly because people just get issues with the archive and all that. But that is a game I'm slowly going through. I played a little bit of it today. But let me know if you're playing anything. Like I said, if you bought anything that you're going to play soon. If you got plans this weekend to get some gaming in. I always like to hear from you about that stuff. Part of my day tomorrow will be watching Muppet Family Christmas. That's right, Muppet Family Christmas is a perennial favorite in my household. It is a beautiful... it was originally a television special. It features Sesame Street and the Muppets and Fraggle Rock characters. And there is a home movie that is done with Muppets, not cartoon, but it features the Muppets as babies, and so technically Muppet Babies is also a part of it. Muppet Family Christmas fucking rules. It features one of my favorite jokes in the world. The dog from Fraggle Rock, who is meant to be like a real dog, meets Ralph, who is a dog, Ralph the dog, and the dog barks, and then Ralph goes, yeah, bark, bark, woof, woof, yeah. And it's such a fucking good joke. Just him going, yeah, bark, bark, woof, woof, yeah, I get you. He's so fucking, it makes me mad how funny that joke is. So good. Lastbrook barely missed out on a price error on MS Flight Sim, and you're a little bummed about that. I'm sorry that you missed out on an error that could have been in your favor. That's a shame. Next time, I hope next time you catch one of them price and errors. But yeah, I want to hear if you're watching anything, if you're reading something, you got TV shows, you're gonna go to the movie, you're gonna go watch Avatar on Christmas Day. Let me know. Or if you don't want to talk about video games, what about Christmas? What y'all doing on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day? Do you got plans? Do you exchange gifts on Christmas Eve? Do you do it Christmas morning? Do you do one gift on Christmas Eve and everything else? Or we exchange presents on Christmas Eve, but we do stockings on Christmas Day? Or whatever. Or Pat, we've been celebrating Hanukkah and it fucking whips. Or we don't do anything. Whatever. It's just another day. I'm going to get Chinese food, and it's a day I'd go out into the city because the streets are empty, and it's kind of relaxing. Or I'm going to the movie theater, and I'm going to watch an Avatar. Let me know what you're up to. I won't be on the movies. Christmas Eve, we'll be exchanging gifts here in the house. So I'll be exchanging gifts with my folks, which is nice. I put on the Santa hat, and I hand out gifts, so we do that. We already opened some gifts from my cousins send gifts. So we already opened that because they were food items, and we ate all of them. Chocolates and a nut, like a mixed nut thing, and we ate all the nuts. We gave pistachios to my dad's friend because nobody in this house likes pistachios, but he really likes pistachios. So we're like, here, Merry Christmas. I think my dad got him something else besides that, but it was funny to just be like, "Hey, have a good holiday. Here's some Here's some Christmas cheer and some pistachios that we don't want to eat. Lord Crashton says Gotham Knights dropped to 50% off, so I'm wondering if I can continue to hold off for a bigger discount early 2023. Lord Crashton says lots of nuts. It was a lot of nuts. It was a big container of nuts, a big platter of nuts with a bunch of different kinds. It was good for me because I like almonds. There were lots of almonds and cashews. I like cashews. It was good. It was a good medley of nuts. There were peanuts. My dad ate most of those. Lord Crashington, I don't know if you're going to be able to get Gotham Knights for cheaper than 50% off. I feel like that's probably pretty good. Maybe you could get it for 40%. Like for, not 40, for like, maybe you could get it for $20 at some point. But I feel like, 50% off is pretty good. I don't know. I got to see what I got to see what Epic is doing for their next game, free game, because I want to get that. And then I got to look at the Steam sale. I haven't really been too active. Like I said, I bought Trombone Champ because Trombone Champ dropped down to like $11, and I was like, you know what? I do want to play this. I still have. I'm playing more of that zoo game that I've been playing, which has been fun. I've been enjoying the zoo game. That's been fun to check out. I'm playing that on Game Pass, on PC Game Pass. I will be playing Golden. Look, I haven't done a Fallout. Not Fallout. I was reading a tweet. I haven't done a Persona 4 or Persona 4 Golden playthrough this year. I usually play that game every year, but I usually do. I often do a PS2 version. I play that. I emulate PS2 version. The idea of playing Golden of 4, the idea of playing Golden on the PC with Game Pass, I'm like, probably want to do that. Now, I will say I'm doing New Game Plus when I do it on the PS2, and I can put like Game Genie codes in, and I don't know if I could cheat. I don't know. Like, I guess I'm like, can I get Cheat Engine for Golden? Like, maybe I will. I'll figure out how to get. I have not put Cheat Engine on this system, so I was like, I don't know if I want to do that. But then I was like, well, maybe it'll be one of the games that supports mods, because some PC Game Pass games do support mods, but not all of them. I'm like, I bet it won't natively, but I can like find out. Maybe I can mod it and play that. I don't know. Epic has the first 2 Fallout and Fallout Tactic games for free today. Yes, I did see that. Those are also on Game Pass, but like, eventually I'll stop paying for Game Pass, so getting it for free on Epic is also an option. I have those games. I dropped a piece here, friends, so I have to figure out where that goes. That is a leg piece that I need. Or I need to connect that. So, can I see where it went? No. Is it right here? No. All right, hold on. They've been free on Steam and GOG, so everybody gets them for free again. Indeed. Okay, I'm going to this for a second here, because I dropped a piece and I don't know where it went, and I have to look for it, and I have to stand up, so you don't get to watch that. Holy shit, where'd this piece go? God damn it. I hate this. I hate dropping things. It's on carpet, so it shouldn't bounce. But I think it did bounce, and I don't know where it went. Nope, that's something else. That's unrelated. God damn it. Alright, I'm coming back to the mic in a second, because we're just going to move on. I don't know where that piece went. Pissing me off. And all right, so I don't know where that piece went. It's I need it to put on here, but I don't know where it went. So I get to dig around and look for that after the stream. We haven't even built the waist yet, so it's okay. Like, we're gonna start the waist now. So theoretically, I could body complete this kit, but without that part, it's not really going to work. I mean, it will work. It's just not going to work right. Because it will go in. It just doesn't look right because it's not done. Give me one quick second here. Just want to see. All right, I have to dig around and look for that, but I'll do that off stream because I did it too long now. That's really frustrating. It's very, very frustrating, friends. Anyway, let's get some more of this done, and then I'll do that later. We're not going to get the body complete on this, but we'll get close to it anyway. So we can do that. We need this and this. Skipping a step, but that's fine. Excited to watch Glass Onion tomorrow on Netflix. Oh, nice. Yeah, enjoy. I'm going to do a Muppet Family Christmas watch tomorrow. Got wrestling tomorrow night. That'll be good. Because everyone is out of the office. I have been trying to, plan a thing that involved having to, go to people's bosses and stuff. And basically, every email I've sent this week, just about, has come back with an auto response. And then sometimes people are like, actually, I am checking my email, but I am out of the office, Pat. So can this wait till next week? And it's like, yeah, I can wait till next week. But I still wanted to ask, people for things. So that's been frustrating. It's understandable. It's the holiday season, but still, I want to when you're trying to figure things out for 2023, it's hard to just put everything on hold. But tomorrow, I'm not doing anything like that. I think I am just going to watch that movie special, it's a TV special, and then I think my mom and dad are like, we're going to do happy hour. And it's happy hour is it's okay. They're retired. We can just do happy hour whenever, any day of the week. And I don't drink. But we're going to do happy hour, and we're going to have, what are we doing? Oh, that's right. We're doing pizza bagels. We got fucking pizza bagels. Every hour can be happy hour, dude. So we got pizza bagels. We're just going to have pizza bagels tomorrow afternoon. It's okay, sure. That's what we want to do. That's what you want to do. That's what we'll do. Sounds fine to me. The streets are covered with snow ice. Now we hope the power holds. Yes, Aristvan, I am hoping the power holds for you and your loved ones, and for everybody out there. If you are in dangerous situations due to weather, I hope that everything goes really well for you, and it all works out. Gotham Knights might be my post-Christmas purchases, Aristvan. Yeah, I mean, what I watched Jeff, and I watched a couple other people stream that game. They were playing later in the game. It was people passing the controller, and at that point I was like, oh no, I'm good. I don't need that in my life. But that's just me. I understand. Yeah, it did seem dumb, but it didn't seem fun. That was the thing. It didn't seem like it was enjoyable. Because there could be mindlessly enjoyable or whatever. Don't get me wrong. That's definitely possible. All right, but it didn't. To me, it didn't read I'm having fun with this silly thing. Once I stopped caring about once I decided it doesn't matter, nothing else matters, that it's very fun. No, it just seemed infuriating. I don't know. But I know people that are enjoying High on Life, and good for them. Couldn't be me. I guess it's doing really good numbers on Game Pass. And I'm on the one hand, cool. On the other hand, that's not an indication of how many copies were sold, right? To me, High on Life feels very much like a Game Pass game. That is a game that you're will I like this? well, I have Game Pass, so I might as well try it and find out. And then who knows if that translates to you buying the game or playing through it there or whatever. But it just feels like, yeah, it's like, oh, that's a good example of something that you're like, I would not buy this. The thing I'm most interested in doing when I turn to High on Life is just watching the dumb movies in it. Yes, that is cool, Lord Crashton. I do appreciate that. You have the capacity to play some pretty dumb games. There you go. I mean, I do too. I just, every year I get less interested in doing that because I just have less time for games that I want to play, let alone games that I don't want to play or don't really want to play. I was looking, like I said, I think my January Game Pass game will be Golden when it comes to Game Pass. I think that is a prime candidate, Persona 4 Golden. That is prime candidate for game Pat's gonna play. Actually, I should see if Royale, because 5 Royal, I said Royale, but 5 Royal is out. I wonder if there are mods that work for it. I should check that out because I do like a game with some modifications. If it accepts mods or if people have figured out workarounds for it, because sometimes you got to get a little sneaky with it because it's not the same, because it's like an app but it's not the same thing as like files on your computer. So the way it works through, I don't know, sometimes it's complicated, but it seems doable in some games. All right, so I can't put this other leg on fully here because it's not proper. It's not properly on. I can kind of do it. Like it works, but it's not going to stay. It's not stable without the piece that fell. But I can kind of get it to like that, so we can kind of put it together. And then I'll just take the leg off and fix that. But we can get body complete on this kit, which is nice, before we wrap things up on the stream. And we'll use the last of the polycaps. So yeah, I don't know. Let's get that done. And then we can panel line these side pieces. So I definitely think that we're going to finish this kit on Saturday because the Lego set shouldn't take too long to do. Just as a reminder, we were working on this penguin set right here. The Christmas penguin Lego set. So that should take a good portion of the stream. And then the rest of the stream will be doing the shield for this kit and the gun. And then the backpack. So we might actually not, but yeah, the backpack is going to be probably take a little while. So we might not fully finish this, but we'll get close to finishing this kit up on Saturday. But also the priority is obviously doing the Lego set. And I will put a poll up tomorrow about what I should be building next because that is important to know. I have some candidates. Hey, just another spicy. Welcome. I have some candidates for that stream for the next thing. One of which I think I know what's going to get picked for my $10 patrons. I think I know what they'll want me to build next because it'll probably be the goofy, weird looking kit. And I'll just show you. I'll show you right now. What it is. I bought this. This just appeared on Amazon. And I was like, oh, I want to build this. This is nonsense. So, here it is. Juagu. It's a Juagu. This is the Juagu from Unicorn. And I bought it. And it's like an anteater. Kind of. It's nonsense, and I love it. It's so weird. I love these weird mobile suits. These non-humanoid, weird mobile suits. It looks like a Pokemon. Yeah, it's a little Pokemon-ish. I feel like that's going to win. My $10 patrons, the ones that do vote, are definitely going to pick that as the next kit I build. This was in Everything, Everywhere, All at Once in the universe where everyone has hot dog fingers. Yeah, little hot dog fingersies. I believe that the hand... I don't know if the Unicorn version does. The original model kit of this, you could swap out one of the finger gun hands for like a regular hand. I don't know why you would. So I bought that. That kit is in my possession right now. It'll be one of the options for things that I build next, and I feel like it's definitely going to win. I feel like that's definitely going to be the next thing I build. Yeah, because I don't think by tomorrow I'm going to get... Ooh, actually, you know what? This is a good time to look. I can see where... I have a couple kits in the mail that are coming to me. So let's see. I can see when one of them is arriving right now. Let's see. Got a Bandai kit. One of the riders that's not scheduled to come to Monday, so that won't be part of the poll. All right, let's see about the... let me see the delivery of what kit am I looking for? Oh, this would be a USA Gundam store purchase. Yeah, I got a USA Gun. I got the Delonza, which is Ghoul's mobile suit. I have that coming. Ghoul's mobile suit is coming. Where is it? Gundam store. Come on, show me. Shipment is on the way. Where is the tracking number? Sorry, I'm looking up the tracking number, everybody. Oh, it's currently... Okay, it is going to be delivered on Saturday. I bet it won't be delivered on Saturday. It says Saturday. It could arrive tomorrow. It's in a city near me. It's in the right state. I could get that tomorrow. But anyway, I'll wait for that. Xeon suit designs are undefeated. Indeed. You're right, Lashbrook. All right. I'm not going to include Ghoul's mobile suit in the poll tomorrow unless it arrives before the poll goes out. Mainly also because I want to build that. I want to build the Juagu. The Juagu is just so weird that I want to build that. All right, we're body complete on this kit. And that is going to wrap up tonight's stream. Thank you, everybody, for joining me tonight. Because they still have a bunch of stickers. All these stickers are going to go on the shield. I believe that's one sticker. And then most of these stickers are for the backpack. So we still have to build that. So we'll finish this up on Saturday, but we are going to do the penguin first. The Lego penguin is the next thing that we'll be building because it will be Christmas Eve on the 24th. I hope you will come and hang out with me for that stream. We are going to raid. That is how we end every stream around here, is with a raid, because we can't end it like this. We gotta go support and hang out with other people. So we're gonna go do that. I'm gonna find somebody awesome out there doing cool shit that we want to go hang out with tonight, because that'll be fun. Mute myself because I don't want to hear my own audio as I look at my list. That's right. Thanks, Pat. Stay warm, everyone. Yeah, everybody stay warm. Do your damnedest. Do your best. Who should we go raid? Well, we got to raid Xandra. Xandra is playing Live Alive. I believe Xandra is finishing Live Alive tonight. So it's time to go hang out with Xandra so that she can finish Live Alive. Because Xandra rules, and it's always fun to raid her. So let's go give Xandra a raid. Thank you, everybody, for being here tonight. Hope you come along on this raid. I hope I will see you on Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern so that I build a fun Lego set and then get back to this model kit. Thank you all so much for being here. I hope you have a great rest of your night. Thanks for coming along on this raid as we go see Xandra play Live Alive. I'll see you in the next stream. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye, 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 goodbye.